if you feel like you need to improve your relationship with time to be more productive in a more healthy way. Most of us think about our relationship with time in terms of scheduling, time blocking, and better organizing what's going to happen in the future. But very often the pattern that I see is that most people shoot in the dark. They have this grandiose idea of their upcoming day, week, month, year, without really a lot of certainty about what they can actually commit to. So the first, if you don't have a good time management system, what I would recommend that you do is that actually, instead of turning too quickly to the future, you look at the past. If you know how you've actually used your time on certain projects, you're better off and you will be more able to accurately predict it, right? There's only way to predict the future. There's only one way to predict the future. It's to look at the past. That's how we do predictions. That's how we do calculations. That's how we predict the weather, all sorts of things, right? It's a mathematical law, I would say. So what you need to put in place first before you even have a better scheduling system is to understand how you spend your time. Many of us have what's called time blindness, which is we don't have a good sense of how much time we actually and realistically spend on given tasks or should spend on given tasks like sales or bookkeeping or creating new products or launching or actually really taking care of our clients. And that's a problem because that means that it's like we're driving a car without really having a good understanding of our speed. And you know what happened in these cases, it's more prone for to have accidents. It's more prone for accidents. So what you need to do is put in place a tracking system, first of all. A good system that I recommend is called Toggle. And Toggle is great because it's free and it will enable you to get started very quickly. You won't have to pay if you have a team. But the beauty about Toggle is that you can start tracking the base, at the base level things and start breaking down how you organize your time. So let me show you something here. This is a view of my Toggle system. And right now we're looking at the time I spent in 2019. I think there are some filters apply here. So, the time, this report might be a little bit off because I probably sorted through some projects or something or something like that. But what this does when I plan a new cycle, this is now 2020, and I've been doing this since 2018 consistently, religiously. What this does is that I have a very clear picture now. I have data. I have a very clear picture, accurate picture of my of how I spend time, how I decide to be intensive or not with my business, and how it spreads over time. It's like having really a data gold mine, something that you can mine to really make better decisions about your productivity and your planning. So I would highly encourage you to start there. If you don't have a tracking system, maybe it's because the idea of tracking is kind of foreign to you, or maybe you don't like this idea because a lot of people think, hey, I'm free, I'm creative, I decided to go on my own. I don't feel like, filling out a timesheet. What is this? It's too structured, too constraining. This is kind of a crazy idea. That's the narrative. That's the productive narrative of many entrepreneurs, right? We want to be free of whatever we do, but very quickly we run into a problem, which is our business really hinges on our ability to be productive. And we really have to know how we define productivity. Productivity is a very personal thing. It has a very personal definition. And we need to understand by the numbers what we mean by productivity. So you need to have that data. It's really, really important. Also, another thing that I hear in the narrative of the entrepreneurial expert is, well, and specifically in consulting, is tracking time. What is this? Is this to sell time? Selling time doesn't have a really good reputation anymore, or only selling time doesn't have a good reputation. So I'm encouraging you to track your time, not to sell more by the hour, by the by the chunk of time. I don't think that's a good idea at all. And I developed this in other videos and other courses, but more to have a better understanding of really how do you use your time. You just have a certain number of months and days and hours on this planet, and your time is your most valuable asset, right? So you have to spend it in a conscious yet authentic way, the way you should for you. Spend it wisely. Get focused on your most creative and energizing activity. And for that, the best method, once again, is to track your time. So I hope this answered this question. Should you track your time? Yeah, and how to do it. There you have it, a simple tool. Toggle is spelled TOGGL.com. I'm not affiliated to Toggle. I have nothing to do with them. I've used their product for free for many years, and I encourage you to use it because it works really well. It was never down in 6 years I've used it. It's also available on your app on your phone if you want to track it. And go ahead and build that habit of tracking your time to really understand your cycles, when you're up or down, when your energy is at its best, and really how much time do you spend on those client projects. Another benefit I forgot to mention here is that it's going to give you a more accurate way to estimate how much time you want or you should spend on your client projects, right? So again, I hope this helps, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts on time tracking the joyful and healthy way. All right, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.